Hey everybody, welcome to the Ham Palace. This is the video edition. I know you guys don't get a chance to see me a lot on video, but I am doing this kind of streaming through Zoom, like the kids like to do these days. I have a great guest with me, Renzo Buja. He's of Italian-Mexican descent, who from an early age, he found his passion creating stories. He decided to study business administration, but during his time at the university, he took several writing courses with, I'm going to let him take it away.
Guillermo Arriaga.
There you go. And
Arriaga.
after excellent pronunciation. And after finishing his time at the university, he took his master's in screenwriting, and he's to work as a creative, doing various television programs in Mexico and Colombia. His life since then has been divided between the creative world and the world of I like to say FTJ, the full-time job of the 9 to 5. And he's currently a commercial manager in a large German technology company and is the host of the Red Pill. Now it's redpill.tv, correct?
That's correct.
Podcast, The Code of Change. Why the Code of Change, Renzo?
Thank you. Thank you for
Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here.
Okay. The Code of Change. No, because the Red Pill is the name I put. I choose this name for the Matrix, the movie. I love it, and I will love for all my life because it's. I think so has everything this movie. I love it, and the red pill, no, the famous red pill to open your mind, and I put and the code of change because I think so that everybody is looking for have big change in their lives, and sometimes they need to open the eyes and the minds, and that's the reason of the podcast and the name and the code of change, because I know that the Buddha said, okay, the world and is changing every time, but sometimes we need to look forward to find the change, the change that we want. And that's the reason of the name of the podcast and the code of change,
Excellent.
And I want to go forward and maybe in the future make a course with this all the learnings and that I'm having with all my guests now, including you.
No, I think you're really making some good headway into the podcast world with some of these interviews. Have been fantastic. You've probed deep with some of your guests, and I've really appreciated that so far. They're all quality podcasts, folks. You get a lot out of each one. I think Renzo, you really have asked the right questions and questions that people want to ask, but maybe haven't thought of delving, so heavily into each topic. And I think you're great at that and kind of probing what motivates people and what makes them tick in a way. That makes them tick.
Thank you.
So I'm here to see what makes you tick tonight. What's going to make you tick here?
Okay, great.
First of all, I wanted to say I love your T-shirts that you wear. You have the whole branding thing down, the red pill.
Is the white rabbit? You also that is from the Matrix, that say follow the white rabbit. But also the white rabbit is in this film Alice in the famous movie. Right. Follow the white rabbit, to follow. And there's a reason. Here's the rabbit with the microphone.
Before it went into the rabbit hole,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite books growing up was Alice in Wonderland, and you could just use that. So many great stories, like many stories in that you can use for, so many metaphors today. So it's great to have you on. I was talking about how you became a creative storyteller, and I kind of wanted to delve into that. Like, what was your journey? Like, when did it start where you wanted to tell stories? Was it something that you wanted to do early or later in life?
Um, I I think so that everybody, uh, when you are a kid, has these skills, no, to create stories. Because when you play, you imagine, no, you imagine stories. You imagine that you are superhero, or you create these adventures, no, when you play.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I think so that is the reason that is very, very important that the kids play and they create this world, no? And when I was a kid, uh, I didn't have all the stuff that we have now, no? All the video games, all that on demand that you can watch everything you want, no?
Hmm.
When I was a kid, was the TV, okay, but with a schedule, no, with the cartoons, and the really, I have a, I played a lot, no, and in the real world, and I think so that in that time you create your games, you create your histories, and I think so that I was good because with my cousins, I, I maybe I was the leader to create our adventures. No, that we were explore some worlds that we were the Star Wars world. I don't know, but we create histories. No, and when I was a kid, I the famous with the Christmas Eve, I start to create a small theater with my family. You know, my cousins and me, we were the actors and the actress with my sister and my all my
Yeah.
cousins. But I created that histories, no. But I I was, I don't know, 8, 9, 9, 10 years. No, I was very young and I create these small histories. No, then when I was teenager, all the time I was inventing, creating my world. No, maybe I wanted to meet some girl that was beautiful, but before I told with this girl, I create a history. You know that maybe I was like James Bond and how was to be the the approach, and
Mhm.
everything was around creating scenes, no, or situation in a movie, no. Uh,
Now,
in a,
which Bond were you? Were you Sean Connery? Were you Roger Moore? Which one?
ah, no.
This is important to me and important to the show. Don't tell me Timothy Dalton. You know.
um, uh, no, I grew up with first with Roger Moore, no, but
Yeah,
I
me
love
too. I'm a Roger
Roger
Moore
Moore
fan.
because was very hilarious. Was he was very sympathetic and the humor like being James Bond, no,
Hmm.
not
He was a ham. He was a bit of a ham. Pardon the
yeah,
pun. Yeah.
and and then um, I was teenager, but I didn't write. I just love to create, no, the scenes, the situation, and then I start to create more elaborate histories, but I didn't write it. I didn't write. I just made the storytelling between my friends, with my family, and saying, okay, once upon a time, and I start to tell the history to my friends and family. No, then I think so that okay, but I love it. No, But when I took the decision to take my major in the university, I didn't take the decision with my heart, with my
Mm,
heart. I
yes.
took the decision with my brain. Okay, then okay, I have to go to business school because all my parents and Mexican family, they were business in the business family.
Yeah.
But my father, he was in the art world. He was a very important musician, organist in Italy. And it's the reason that I have been living always between the business, this cold world, and the creative world. But
Hmm.
took the major, decide with my brain. I said, Renzo, you have to be practice, no, study um, business. And the other stupid thing that I did that I took advices from I don't know friends or people older than me, and I said, okay, I want to study filming or cinema or create this creativity, and I said, okay, you will starve, no, you will, you won't make enough money, you won't make a living. Then, okay, I have to study business.
Right.
I don't want to because we need in the world we need business, okay, but it's very cold that war, no, it's, it's the truth. I can resume in few words, no, design and choose a product or a service that is solving a problem. Find funds to start your business, make the marketing, take a good, okay, choose your team, um, grow, sell, marketing, and low cost, uh, low, and pay taxes and take the money.
Hmm.
uh, okay, sorry, it's very very hard make business, but at the end is this stuff, you know? Sell, low cost, produce, grow, okay, invent or create a product. But at at the half of the university, that's is very very interesting. I love play basketball. I was in the team in the university, but in the free time, I love to play with another persons that they were not in the basketball team, and we just play for fun. And at the same time, I love it to create. I was in that days creating my words in my imagination, no? And then I told to some of these guys that I used to play, I love to create histories. I would like to study writing. And he told me, but Renzo, you don't know. You what? I don't know what. Here you are playing with Guillermo Arriaga, no? That
Ah,
in
wow.
that time he's 14 years old than me, older than me. But at that time he he won some. He wrote some novels, famous novels in Mexico, and I said, okay, I have been playing with him for 6 months, no, and then I arrived with him and tell, oh, Guillermo, are you a writer, a famous writer? And he says, yes. "Oh, and you're a teacher here in the university? Yes, I am. No, I want to stay with you in your lessons, in be your student. Oh, no problem. Come with me. And the next lesson, next uh, class I was, and he introduced all the other students. But I was in business, in the business school, and they were in the art, no, and also everything is different. The clothes, the way
Yeah.
of everything, and they look me like, "Wow, who is this strange guy? You know, it's the businessman. And, what are he doing this in this world? No."
Yeah.
But then I start to with the exercise that was write small tales and this stuff, and really when I read my small tales, Guillermo and the other students say, "Oh, you have someone to share. You have talent, no?" And for me, really, I I enjoy a lot, no, and I was divided. Okay, I love this, and the other say, okay, I don't want to drop business because I'm at a half in the mayor. I don't want to drop and to make this change. No, okay, I'm gonna be this screenwriter, no, famous screenwriter. Then I finish business, but I love it to write and this word, no,
Yeah.
and I decide to study screenwriting as a master. It was not a great program, but was like a master in screenwriting. And and then after that, I start to work with the Mexican TV with stupid programs.
Hmm.
So, and and
What? They
and
have
I
stupid programs over there? No.
oh
No, this is the only the highest brow entertainment over there. I can imagine.
but but after that I wrote. I won a prize that was if you have to send your tale or screenplay example to one of the famous screenwriters from to the TV in Latin.
Okay.
He was from Colombia, and I won. Okay, Renzo,
That's great.
you won, and you are gonna work between or with this guy that was Bernardo Romero. He was a genius, really, for screenwriting for the TV. All the series, telenovelas is the name in soap operas.
Yeah.
But he was really a genius, and I worked with him. I learned a lot. Um, but I
Oh.
said this. I want to I don't know, to write something more deeper for the brain. I don't know, no, just stupid things. Uh,
Hmm.
okay, and after that, I took bad decisions, and um, I went back to the business world, consulting. Uh, I got a job in consulting, and after that, change, I changed a lot of things in my life. My father, he was in Italy. He died, and I went to Italy and stayed 2 years. And after that, a lot of uh, stuff in my life, and I decided, okay, you have to touch the earth, no, and I decided to get a job. I returned to Mexico, and I decided to to find a job, and I'm good with relationships. And then I decide, okay, sales. I like sales because you make money, you know people, you are in touch, and I took that decision. But has been hard because you go forward because now I'm a family man. I have to bring the money to the house. No?
Yeah.
then um, I'm responsible. I'm, but inside of me is this big need now of be creative. Um, but I know that um, a lot of people they work and might uh, have full-time job and make this creativity. But I have been stupid because as Guillermo Arriaga told, okay, it's not just that you have the talent. It's okay, the word talent, or that you have the skills to
Yeah.
write. You have to take the time and stay in the chair writing for 4 or 5 hours a day and fight with the white page, no? Now with
Mm-hmm.
the computer we do. But uh, versus you have to fight versus the white page or oh my god, this day I don't know what to put in the page, no? But it's you have to create the habit.
Yes.
Um, then for me has been this like a roller coaster. Sometimes I took the time to write and then I drop and
Mm-hmm.
stupid. And I hope to retake this because at the end I know that I love it, that I have it, some skills, um, and that no is and I want to say to people that listen, okay, if you love something that you want to do it and don't listen to all the advices because maybe someone can change your your wave, your path in your life, and maybe you take the bad path. No? And I think so that fears for okay, you won't make money writing, and it's really it's not easy, no, make money writing.
Yeah.
It's not easy, really, no. It's more easy be a salesman that will write and make money writing. That's true. But if you make it with love, with passion and decision, I think so that you can have a living way to. Oh, okay, that's my part of my life. um, I have to survive with this, no, because I'm divided between the business world and the creative world, and I no okay, the it's a business, no, all now all the creativity in videos in all the social networks and Hollywood and they are making millions, but it's a lot of people that are trying to make money, but I don't know. I know that at least in the American market is big market, but at the same time it's a lot of people are struggling trying to do this. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's not it's not easy. And then um, I just want to say maybe if you are young, uh, if you don't have kids and you have the opportunity, maybe start with having a part-time job or full-time job, or if you are living with your parents, um, you can divide your time and go forward with your passion. No? Now I'm 48 and I'm trying. Now I'm trying to okay, you don't have time. You all the day work. You have family, kids, and you have to wake up early, no? And maybe just try to write 1 hour.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you. How do you fit the time in as a parent? You know, and I think you just gave me that. You get up earlier. You know, you squeeze in that
Uh,
time somehow. Can you
well,
expand on that a little bit, like how you
maybe
really do?
this is my case, no, because a lot of people say, okay, and maybe they start at 10, writing or be creative.
Hmm.
But I'm that kind of guy, I'm best in the mornings.
Okay.
But the problem that I hate it, okay, you wake up early, you work 1 2 hours, but then start the you have to cut that to start your labor day, your job tasks,
Yeah.
and and the evening with my daughters, with my spouse, with my wife. Sorry. um, uh,
Hmm.
okay, someone maybe say, okay, you have to cut your relationship and focus in your craft and this, but it's not my case. No,
Yeah.
I want to be a good father
Yeah.
and husband, and yeah, you have to take decisions. Maybe stop, like Gary Vee said, stop watching Netflix. No, stop watching fucking Lost,
Yeah.
fucking House of Cards. He said that. No, he said that, and he's right. Uh, you have to be more producer than consumer. I know that to be,
Hmm.
you need to read, to watch a lot of movies, to read
All right.
novels, but I don't want to starve. No, I have to work now. Okay, but I'm not too young. But I hope at least finish finish my screenplays. No,
How many have you written so far? I mean, what is the one that you're working on right now? What are you? Do you have a what is your current goal as far as the screenwriting goes?
okay, that are simple. With that, I will be very happy. Now I finish one. This screenplay for a full movie, for 1.5 movie hour movie.
Hmm.
It's simple. It's a um, romantic comedy, but the story is I love it because it's about one rock star.
Okay.
He is, yeah, in the middle age, almost 40, and he's the only one in the band that he's not married, and all the rest of the band are married with kids, and he want to continue go with Paris, alcohol, drugs, and all this stuff. And the other guys, they have grown, no? They are family man, but they are rock stars, but they are family man.
Hmm.
And he's like Peter Pan, no? That he doesn't want to grow up, but
Hmm.
just a little. And he falls in love with one girl that the special thing of this girl that is that she is not fan of this band. She is not fan of him because for him is very normal. Okay, I want this girl. I don't,
Right.
because all the girls love me, but not this girl. And
Hmm.
begins this comedy, and um,
We
okay,
always want what we can't have.
and but I decided to write this because my wife, we have trouble is choosing what to see or what to see,
Hmm.
because she loves this romantic comedy films, no?
Yeah.
And I don't like a lot. And then I decided, okay, I'm gonna write some stuff that I like and will like, and my wife will like, no. And then I decide to write this, and is the name is Not All the Blondes.
Not all the blunt
The
or the blonde.
the blonde girls with the hair with the
Right. Okay. Not
not
all the blondes.
all the blondes.
I
Okay,
like it.
that's the one that
Yeah.
I have finished. Um, and the others that I have the structure or the main idea. Um, it's a big trilogy, and I should wrote that a long time ago because this this is a history about the humanity, um, that about the society, all the problems, the structure, no, the difference, and now the war is changing, no, about that, no, now with the Black Lives Matters and all this stuff, but with
Hmm.
the down and and it's about a big group that has big power and want to change the world, the the structure of the society, and
Yeah.
and maybe they want to create this utopic world, okay, and in the other hand is the world that we are living, no? And maybe this high power about they say, okay, I don't know, I don't want to say that they're the Illuminati and all these guys, no, but
Hmm.
okay, these guys that are behind the conspiracy, uh, and this is the other side, this small group but a lot of power with values, and they want to change because once something is true, something is true. Now the war is a lot of difference between some groups and the others, and
Hmm.
just the 10% or 5% have the 90% of the money in the war, and a lot of people really lives in extreme situations, no.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to sound like a socialist or a
Uh,
communist, but that the truth is that friends are very strong, um, and start this fight, no? And the first episode is named "A Revolution is Coming." Is the title of
oh
the
boy.
"A
Oh man.
Revolution is Coming." A
Uh
revolution is coming.
huh. Oh, my dad had a great saying.
uh,
He used to go on about this: the revolution would lead to an institution, therefore another revolution to another institution,
yeah,
and it goes on in a big circle.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I think you've had one too many, Dad. But hey, there's always something to rebel against. But yeah, I mean, you hit the point. You hit it on the head. It does seem. And I was just thinking about this lately. There does seem to be a big, like, the middle class it's just not as quite as strong as it used to be, and it seems like it's an even higher level of a percentage of people that are smaller that have a lot more, and a lot people below in the middle class a lot shrinking, going a lot less. I noticed that a lot in California when I lived in Los Angeles. It was very lopsided as far as poverty and people that could afford to live in certain areas of Los Angeles, and everyone else in between is just working all the time. And that's why you got a room be roommates with so many people, and in different parts of the world, it's even worse. So yeah, but everything that's been coming out lately, it's really drawn our attention to that even more. Um, but I'm going off topic a little bit. That's great though. I mean, I love it. I love that you are developing these things and that you keep making the strides toward finishing your stories, because that's important. It's easy to start something, but it's really hard to finish what you started. And there's something about having a full screenplay there done and hopefully edited once or twice, that you could show somebody and send to somebody and they could take a look at it and see if they want to produce it. Have you been to any producers or anybody that wants to make your first screenplay, or any of them, or have you thought about
No,
directing yourself?
no, no, Chris, no, no. That's no, no. The truth is not. That's a problem. That okay? I say okay. I want to make money. I will produce it. It's a mistake. No, um,
Hmm.
I don't know. I want to finish the first one. Not finish. It's finished, but to correct, to edit, to okay, and maybe produce it like an indie film, because I designed it with few characters, few
Yeah.
persons, and now with the technology, I think so that can be produced uh, with few money. Okay, I say few money, but at the end, are sometimes you say, okay, it's an indie movie, 10 millions. Okay, 10 millions. um, but no, I have to retake now. I appreciate that you invite me to the podcast and to retake this no with this conversation.
Mhm.
I'm thinking right now, oh my god, what am I doing? I
Yeah.
have to leave my full-time job and focus on this, no, because the life goes go forward,
Oh yeah, it
and
goes fast. Yeah.
I the time, no, that I'm losing time in stupid things,
Yeah.
and now I have been now during the lockdown. Um, sorry, but I have been leaving some chats in the WhatsApp or messengers that conversation just take my time. I'm stopping watching some stuff like
Hmm.
already stop watching, and I'm so happy because I start with the podcast, and I'm retaking my creativity, and now with this conversation, uh, in this right moment is becoming strong.
Yeah.
That need, no, that express yourself with your creativity, with your craft, and I have to organize, and I have to take decisions, because the truth is that you don't have all the time that you think you have in your life, no? And that maybe with I know that the professionals made one movie a year or
Hmm.
more, but now I'm not on the business and that in this moment, no. But okay, Chris.
No, I mean we're very similar. Where I started the podcast as a way to keep myself accountable, in a way, because in a way you hype your own dreams and your own progress, and in a way kind of goes hand in hand with everything, because it keeps you moving forward on a trajectory that you're setting for yourself. And that's why I like to do it, because it reminds you, oh yeah, I should be doing these things. I talk about the things I'm passionate about, my dreams. I talk about movies all the time, comics, because those are things that are so close to me, and I think visually with my imagination, growing up with reading comics and watching movies and creating my own comics and my own characters and stuff like that. But it's definitely something that is only going to help, I think, your podcast, and it's only going to help you network and reach out to the people that hopefully are within your, where you want to be. I mean, have you thought about reaching out to Guillermo for your podcast?
Yes, I'm gonna look for him. I'm gonna seek him and invite him to the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He is very special for me, and he is very, very, very interesting person. Um,
Sounds like it. Yeah.
he okay. He loves right is his first passion, and after that, he loves hunting. Hunt animals.
Hmm.
And, but he has a big philosophy around all this stuff. I don't like hunt
Right.
hunting thing.
Sure.
I'm the other side, but he has this that is, he said, okay, it's an essential part of the human and has a strange philosophy. Uh, but I haven't shared a lot of conversation about that with him, and maybe I would like to talk with him about that because uh, I think so. A lot of his screenplays also goes around this passion and little inside these screenplays, no?
Yeah.
And I want to invite. I will invite him for sure. Um, and he won at the beginning of this year a very important prize of writing, international.
Hmm.
Uh, he's a very talented writer, really. He's writing novels and screenplays. Um,
He sounds like a great mentor to have for sure.
yeah,
Someone to be
yeah,
around with,
yeah,
to inspire you
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
keep at it. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Did
And
he
for
write the Revenant? Did he write the Revenant, or did he that was that
no,
somebody else?
no, no. The Revenant is Alejandro, the director,
Okay.
but they worked together the first famous first three
Okay.
films. Now
All right.
Alejandro Iñárritu.
But sorry, I might have cut you off. You're talking a bit more about spending time with him and learning from him. Um, I guess I had another question. We're getting close to probably wrapping it up pretty soon. I noticed that you are. I was on my Instagram and I saw something where you were eating a burger. Are you a burger connoisseur, sir?
No, that. No,
It's
that.
okay if you don't want to talk
Okay.
about it. If it's a personal
No,
thing, that's
no, no,
fine.
no, 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 no. It's another passion that I have, like a lot of people cooking, no? And I start this page in Instagram of my dish, and the first one was Italian burger,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I want to share uh, stuff that I cook. I love Italian food.
Right.
I'm really
Yeah.
good in that, and for me, it's a really very important moment. Not every day, but when I can cook, and because I get in the flow when I cook, like
Hmm.
right, and I love it because that relax me, but at the same time stress me because you have be very focused,
Hmm.
okay, in the timing, in the quantity of the, I love cook, but and you get in the flow. Yeah, at the same time, I maybe I disconnect with the world, and at moments I love it because at the same time my imagination grows and go far away, and sometimes arrives the big ideas and maybe
Yeah.
the creativity time. For me, is very very important. And at and these moments, I decide to okay, you love a lot of stuff, and you have to start really doing the stuff that gives you energy, that you feel the flow.
Hmm.
And one is I'm going to talk about personal activities. One is playing basketball. For me, is a sport that I love it. When I play, I feel the flow.
Yeah.
I love it. Shooting, and if I'm alone, just with free throws, I love it. Or playing with friends,
Hmm.
I really feel the flow. The other time is when I cook, and the other is when I write. They are really that moments when you feel it. It's amazing. I love it, and I decide because sometimes okay, I want to try to do that and this. I decide okay, these three activities that I can do alone: play
Hmm.
basketball, go through the free throws, cook, and writing.
Yeah.
uh, and
Yeah.
that is that fits my life and my my days, But I think so that in last month, um, with this all the stuff of the lockdown, I forgot writing. I have to retake and to uh, take back my characters, my histories, and retake it. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Do you take a notebook with you wherever you go, or certain, or just a little journal? Take it with you if you're waiting somewhere, or if you're in the bathroom. You'd be amazing the inspiration you get in the
no, no,
bathroom.
Chris. No, Chris. No, I don't have that habit. I don't have that habit. But
Maybe it's for the best.
because you have to take all the time to don't lose time, no? And in the shower, no, during the
In the
shower.
shower.
No, no.
Waterproof.
Uh, I take with me this like this
Nice.
one, but
Hmm.
uh, maybe I have to change some habits because maybe with the smartphone, with the iPhone,
Hmm.
uh, record with voice,
Yeah.
and to start record the ideas, the character, the situation, and after that put and make live this history or situation.
Yeah. Because you never know when a good idea hits. It's like fishing. You never know when you're gonna have a bite. So you better write it down when you get that bite. Like, that's a big fish right there. I better write that idea down. Yeah, it happens all the time. Happens all the time. Whether for me, whether it's a joke or a scenario or a dream, like a story idea from a dream I've had. Sometimes I'll draw what was in that dream or an imagery from the idea. So it's good. You never know where it's going to come from, when it's going to hit. So, yeah, yeah, man. So, well,
Uh,
Renzo, I think I'm going to wrap this up. Um, I thank you so much for coming on. We could talk for like 2 more hours. Maybe we'll have a part two because there's a lot that we could have gone even deeper on as far as the you know the job, the logical part of our minds and the creative part of our minds, and how they're constantly at battle with each other. Um, making the money and then making art are just two things that are just the flip side of the coin sometimes. And a lot of artists can identify that. I sure can. Working, whether it's a part-time or full-time job, it's you always think, gosh, this time could be better spent writing the story I wanted to write or finishing the comic I need to finish or whatever it is creatively. But there's certain realities to the world we live in. And again, we got to stay alive. We got to eat. We got we got to feed the monkey, as as Jeff Lebowski quoted in The Big Lebowski. you know, yeah,
Okay.
it is that constant struggle, man, and the struggle is very real, very very real. Um, but Renzo Bu,
No, thank you a lot
yeah,
to invite me, and I love to to be your guest.
no, it was great. Thank you for being on, and we'll do another one. I think we could expand even further. Uh, Renzo Buja, it's been great. I appreciate you for coming on. Everyone, check out his podcast. It's excellent. It's called the redpill.tv podcast, which you can download. I'm pretty sure you can download on iTunes, correct?
iTunes and Spotify,
Spotify. Oh, he's on Spotify
both,
too. Look at that.
both.
And yeah, check it out. He's got a whole bunch of great smorgasbord of interesting guests. Um, really, probably, I might be one of his most interesting. Wink, wink, wink. Guests. No,
Sure.
kidding. Just kidding. Just joshing you. But yeah, anything else you want to give a shout out to before we wrap it up, or anything else you want to say?
No, just to thanks, and I hope you have a second episode.
Yeah, I think we could. We
uh,
can go on longer, really.
and I'm sorry that my English is not the best, and maybe someone won't understand my words.
No, it's good. It's good enough to get your point across. I'm sorry, my Spanish is so horrible. It's my pronunciation. I could barely say
Okay,
Guillermo. That no, that was really something tonight. I appreciate your time, and yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Everybody, I hope everyone got something out of this, and everyone have long days and pleasant nights. Goodbye, everybody.
goodbye.